Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be explaining the real-time application of the data types that I've been teaching in the past two videos. In the first video, I had covered the four types of data types, which are the int, the string, the complex, and the float data types. In the second video, I had covered three types of data types, which are the lists, items, and dictionaries. And in the third video, which is this video, I'll be covering the real-time Python application of these, all in all seven data types. So let's start. If I initialize a variable, say a is equal to 10, which is a int data type. So a over here stores a value 10. So this classifies a as a int data type. And if I press, say, if I enter print, now print is a function. It's an inbuilt function which prints the value of the a or any such variables for that matter. If I have to print, say, the value of a, I'll press a instead of typing 10. And to save, I will press Control S. You have to manually save it every time so that even if you close the window by mistake, your program will be saved. And to run the program, I have to press the shortcut Control Alt B. So let's do that. Control Alt B. The output will be open in the next tab, and the output is shown over here, which is to be 10. Now, say for example, if I have to calculate any mathematical function, say addition and minus 2. And if I print A, Control S, and if I run the file, Control Alt B, so it'll show the answer as 20. And if I close this window. So let's move on to the next data type, which is the float data type. So it's simple. You have to store a decimal point number, 10.323. And if I have to perform any, say, math function, so say, for example, multiplication, 2.3. I press Control S to save the program and Control Alt B to run the program. 23.529 is the answer. So let's move on to the next data type, which is the string data type. Now, if I have to store any single character or multiple character words, so I will have to enclose them within single quotation marks or double quotation marks. It doesn't really matter. So if I store the country, say Zambia, and if I press Control S, Control Alt B, it will print the word Zambia. Even if I have to enclose this word within double quotation marks, it still works the same way. Control S, Control Alt B, it will print the same Zambia. So let's move on to the next data type, which is the complex data type. Now in complex data type, if I enter say 8 plus 9j, now this type of naming writing convention is the complex number function. And if I press Control S, Control Alt B, so it will print 8 plus 9j along with the brackets. This signifies that the output here is a complex data type. So let's move on to the next type of data type, which is a list data type. Now we know that if we have to store multiple values inside the same variable, so we have to use lists or tuples. The only difference is that in list we have to use square brackets, whereas if I initialize another variable name and I store round brackets, so that'll be a tuple. So let's store 1, 2, 3 inside a list, and let's store 4, 5, 6 inside a tuple. If I press say print A and B, and if I press Control S, Control Alt B, it will print the following uh, numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. But say, for example, if I have to change any value. So say, for example, inside B, I will assign, because B is a tuple, you cannot change any value. But if I try to change any value, say, for example, B at 1 is equal to 0. Now, B at 1. Now, over here, what I mean to say is that 1 will be the index number. Now, what you have to remember is that index numbers are basically placeholders. They are placeholders of the values, real-time values that you enter inside the variable B. So 4, 5, 6 will respectively contain the indexes 0, 1, 2. 4 will have the index 0. So indexes don't start from 1, they start from 0. So 4 will have the index 0, 5 will have the index 5, 1, and 6 will have the index 2. Now at index 1, I have the value say 5 and I have to change it to 0. If I press Ctrl S and Ctrl Alt B, it will show me an error because tuple object does not support item assignment, as you can see over here. But if I have to change the value of say A at index 1 over here, which is the number 2, if I have to change it to 0, if I press Ctrl S and Ctrl Alt B, so the number 2 will be changed to 0. The number 2 at index 1 will be changed to 0. So that is the only difference between list and tuples. And then we have dictionaries. So say for example, if I have a variable named C, And to store any dictionary, or if we have to initialize dictionaries, so we will have to store all keys and keys and values inside curved brackets. I will write a key, say name, and I will assign a value to that name. And the value that is assigned to key will be stored inside double quotation marks, and I will assign the value, say Harsh. If I press Control S, Control Alt B, and the name and Harsh will be printed over here. So these are the 7 types of data types that I have explained to you in this video with real-time output explanation about how these data types are executed in a real-time Python environment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.